Well, we're here to our final video in the series that we've been doing on the vision. I appreciate all of you who have joined me for this time as we've talked about and tried to lay out the plans for the new vision, the new structure, and the new direction for the Alaska Baptist Convention. I'd like to talk about funding now and how we need to change the pattern of the process of funding for the cooperative work that we do here in Alaska. There's really two reasons for doing that. First of all is to streamline the process of cooperative giving so we can do work together here in our state. Secondly is to get more funds and resources to the field so that we can reach the communities that we need to reach that are currently not being reached by the gospel. So what I would like to suggest is that funds that are currently being held at the associational level would be directed toward the state. You might say why. There are several benefits that I think could be seen by implementing this plan. First of all, it would streamline the process of cooperative giving. I've spoken with a number of pastors who don't come from Southern Baptist background, and when they see the budget and they see 6% for state missions, cooperative giving, 2% for associational missions, 1% for camping, 1% for family ministry, it's very confusing, and it is. It's a very confusing process, and this would help to streamline that process so that churches could determine what percentage they want to give, and it would be channeled through one particular conduit for doing state missions. Secondly, it provides for centralized accounting of the funds that we have for state missions. It reduces the overhead at the regional level. There would no longer be a need for local offices and administrative personnel, and that would free up dollars that could be going to mission work across our state. It brings more resources to bear on missions. It refines the channels of communication so that we can connect using the internet and other forms of media to communicate better with our churches spread out across our state. It provides for care and counseling for many of our pastors, and many of them are even in crisis mode today. And so it would provide for us to provide counseling for them. Training in specific areas of ministry would be a benefit, as well as assisting churches that are declining in the process of revitalization. Now, obviously, funds that are currently held at the associational level were given for the intent of local ministry, and those funds need to remain at that level. But over the next 2 years, we would begin to implement this new pattern of giving that would allow us to see these benefits and to continue to do ministry at the local level. This last summer, at the SBC meeting in Dallas, Augie Boto, the interim president for the executive committee of the Southern Baptist Convention, shared some reports and some statistics that were very alarming to me. First of all, he said that over the last 8 to 10 years, cooperative program giving by our churches has declined by 4 to 5% every year. However, he said that giving at the national level has increased by $17 million over that same period of time. The most alarming statistic, however, was funds that remained at the state level had decreased by $41 million. So while we're doing a decent job of sending funds on for national and international ministries, we're not keeping enough funds here at home to do the work that God has called us to do. At the convention this year, you'll be hearing more about some proposals that our executive board would like to bring in regard to that. Let me just wrap this up by saying thank you to those of you who have joined us on this journey for the time that we've been together. I look forward to seeing those of you that are going to be there at First Baptist Wasilla next week for our annual meeting and enjoying that time of fellowship. May God bless each and every one of you in the ministries that God's called you to in your local setting.